Today I've got a little surprise. We're in Austin, Texas, visiting my sons. Actually, both of them are here. Vinny, the youngest, took us on an adventure. Ended up being a place that's called the Reserve. And it was really cool. Vinny, thank you much for taking us. And we had, obviously, me and Tanya and Gino and Becky and Vinny and Sinisa. We all went out and had a good time. And this video is going to be a little longer because I didn't know how to remove. That was so cool. I didn't want to take anything out of it. So it's longer than usual. It's about a half an hour. So it's worth it. Hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I didn't see that
I think this will be my first feature on Aries.
It's true. It's a big moment.
Special guest.
I think we lost Mom.
Sit there.
Yeah, I just
Yes,
saw
it's here.
I'll put that color pack in there.
Here you go, Mom.
You have it?
Yeah, sit down.
Well, I'm wondering who's going to get to it.
You guys are traveling in a herd today, aren't you?
Yes.
That's great. Having a family get together?
Yes, ma'am.
That's so cool.
This was a surprise he set up, so
Oh.
I didn't know. No one knows what we're doing. Probably could put it together-ish
Oh.
now, but.
Now our ambassadors here, our elephants here are ambassadors for their wild counterparts. The more people know about elephants, the more likely they are to care about what happens to this endangered species. Today there's only about 35,000 Asian elephants left in the entire world. Now conservation does have different meanings between African and Asian elephants. Here, I'm sure we all know that only elephants should wear ivory, and that poaching is a major concern for both species. But an even more pressing concern for the Asian elephant is the battle with humans over the land and resources that they both need to survive. As human populations continue to increase, elephants are forced into smaller little pockets that struggle to support their massive appetites. Now this does cause conflict between humans and elephants, who are both simply just trying to survive on that same land. Now these wondrous and captivating animals are revered as gods. But where that human-elephant conflict in Asia is greatest, is the elephants have become a source of fear and a nuisance to farmers who are just trying to protect their crops from these hungry giants. Reports indicate these elephants could go extinct within the next several decades. They really do need our help. You see, when the elephants walk holding onto each other trunk to tail, this allows for only 2 trainers to walk all 3 of the elephants, leaving the rest of us free to grab a rake and a shovel. There we go. Yes, you're going with that. The rest of the unglamorous things that take up a majority of our day around here. And by now, I know you all can see them. Elephants are pretty big. But can you hear them? Not really, right? Despite their massive size, these girls are quite light on their feet, almost like elephant ninjas. But that's not even the coolest part about them walking. Y'all take a look. They're walking in their own footprints. When that back foot comes forward, it steps down into the exact same place that the front foot has just left off, leaving behind one beautiful set of elephant footprints. And aren't they even more beautiful up close and personal? Hello there, ladies. Welcome. Okay, folks, now back to exercise. The downward facing elephant, that's one of our favorite stretches around here. The ladies got that amazing cardio workout down the hill, and now it's time to keep everything stretched out. Keep all those muscles nice and limber. Now, everything you see the elephants do here today is a regular part of their routine. They do these stretches and exercises every single day to keep them fit and healthy. Now, what do you folks say we meet these ladies on a more individual level, shall we? Up first, we have Kitty. Kitty here is 59 years old. She has been with our family for 36 years. And yes, Kitty is both our oldest and our largest elephant, but her age and size have nothing to do with each other, just a coincidence that she happens to be our big girl. Now up next is Miss Rosie. Rosie here is 42 years old. She has been with our family for 32 years. And Rosie is known for being our resident chatterbox. She's almost always got something to say. Except right now. She's gonna pull you on, stay quiet. But trust me, if you hear any elephant chatter throughout this experience today, there's a pretty good chance that Rosie has something to do with that. And last, but certainly not least, we have little Miss Becky. Becky here is 39 years old. She's also been with our family for 32 years. And you folks can tell Becky apart by those long and luxurious eyelashes. And believe it or not, folks, those are all natural. Are y'all ready to help us out with an elephant bath today? Awesome. I'm going to have everybody stand up and follow Rosie to the bath area, and we'll get that started. Elephants are big. Actually, they're kind of huge. You know, elephants are so big, we need their help to take care of them. If you think about it, a horse is also a big animal. But if you wanted to look at the bottom of a horse's foot, you can physically pick that foot up and look at the bottom of it. There is no way to pick up an elephant's foot without her help. Elephants need to be active participants in their own care. Everything from picking up a foot to lowering a head, maneuvering their body in the way. All of these things allow us to have access to all of those pieces of parts, which in turn allows us to provide them with excellent care every single day. A really big part of our daily care routine includes exercise. You know, so all that trunk and tail behavior that's always been in the training cardio workout. Strength training is also really important, and with elephants a natural fit for that is going to be body weight resistance exercise. Rosie weighs in at just under 8,000 pounds. It means normal everyday things like laying down can turn into pretty amazing full body workouts. Stretching is also important to include, and stretching helps us help the elephant maintain range of motion and flexibility. Now I know watching Miss Rosie lay down is very impressive, and you actually really get to see the control that she has. She gets this really nice soft landing. Isn't that amazing? Watching her get back up is even more exciting. That's the rinse cycle. Y'all are going to want to come back for that. And you know, folks, this elephants, they will sleep laying down like this all on their own for quite some time. Now, I am going to talk a little bit more about exercise in just a moment, but first I'm going to tell y'all how you are going to help us give Miss Rosie her bath. Very different structure.
How long does it take to give a bath?
When we give them their real baths, that's going to depend a lot on the elephant. So Miss Rosie here, she is our little piglet. Okay, this girl, you know, I said one side will be dirty, usually for her both sides. Okay, she's a dirty girl. So for her, you're looking at usually somewhere between 15 to 20 minutes. For an elephant like Becky, she's pretty neat and tidy. She's pretty neat and tidy. So for her, I mean, she's also tiny compared to Rosie here. So she's probably closer to 10 minutes or so. Just depends. Yeah. Yes.
Do they sleep laying down every night?
Oh yeah. They'll sleep laying down, standing up, leaning on a tree, leaning on another elephant.
Is she sleeping now?
Is she sleeping now? She's dozing, I think.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
she kind of closes the slow blink and then she'll kind of zonk out and then she'll check back in.
But they do sleep standing up too?
Oh yeah. They're good sleepers. They are good sleepers. Other questions?
There you go.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, of course.
Oh, you got the spot, Mary. She's sticking her leg.
Well, she's a big old thing, isn't she?
I wonder what that is.
I don't know. There's one over here in the...
She's up here. Right there. Now over time, you know, you started seeing
Come here, guys.
big smiles up here, everyone. Okay.
I think he just walked.
Here, everyone. That means she's really relaxed. Okay.
I think it was.
Over here by the paper
Thank y'all so much.
We're gonna get y'all exit to the right over here, folks.
shockingly enough, because we are actually going to rinse the elephant off. I know, crazy stuff going on. Oh yeah. Now the rinsing is going to be doing a couple of different things. First of all, obviously, we got to get that soap off of her back, right? Want to make sure we get all that soap off. So we'll start with that, but also, some of y'all may have noticed, but Rosie was definitely dozing during her bath. This is pretty common for the ladies. So this is a nice, easy little wake up. Lets them know that bath time is starting to wrap up. So you may notice Rosie's kind of moving around a little bit more, but remember that alley-oop, my friends? Look at this wind-up. And right up into this side stretch. We all know how good this feels. She can do this on both sides, so she's balanced. And then, watch this next. As Rosie stands all the way up, remember, folks, this is almost 8,000 pounds. Talk about a push-up, right? Now, as you watch Rosie moving, you're going to notice how graceful she is. We're kind of like a giant elephant yoga studio. Downward facing elephants, tree poses, warrior poses. These are basic poses, but no different than our own yoga practice. Basics are going to build a foundation so that eventually we might be able to accomplish more advanced positions. If you ever wanted to do a handstand, it's actually a reasonable goal. You just have to give yourself a chance to get strong, and then one day it'll be easy for you. Did y'all see how smooth those transitions are? How fluid all the movements? That is because Rosie, Becky, Kitty, all of these girls are provided with those daily opportunities to stay fit, active, and healthy. Now Rosie did a phenomenal job, but I have to give you all some credit helping with that spa exfoliation treatment. Very healthy. And that's where that exercise comes in. Now folks, I am going to turn it over to y'all.
We'll pause right about here. We'll let Miss Becky get settled in for some pictures here.
Despite their mask size, you can pretty accurate.
Oh boy.
Rosie's left leg is almost
No way.
More nimble than a dog. The dog would have tripped over.
They do, you can't hear them walking.
Feel better? Because while they're walking, those toenails, they do move quite a bit. So to allow for that movement, we can take this tool, trim away that dead skin, and that's just going to open up that space a little bit and make it a little bit easier on them. And the last one. Now this one is a little bit more of a specialty tool, and you don't use it on a horse's foot, but it's a draw knife. And a woodworker uses this to take thin shavings of wood from a project that they're working on. We use it in a very similar way, but on the bottom of the elephant's feet, to take thin layers of pad if we need to. Like Savannah had mentioned over there, the bottom of their foot, it's just a thick callus pad, and it does continue to grow out and regenerate. Bless you. One more. Oh, triple. Now, if that pad does become overgrown, we can actually take our draw knife, take a thin layer of that off, and then we would go back over with the rasp and smooth it all out. So, what we'll do next is we'll actually bring these guys up, and we'll show you how we use the rasp on their front feet. All right, Kitty, move up. And the first thing that I like to point out is, unlike a horse, the elephants, they come up and they prop up their own feet for us, which is greatly appreciated when it comes time to doing their feet. They all walk very differently from one another. So they're going to develop different wear patterns on the bottom of their feet. And if she were to have one nail that's a lot longer than the rest, that nail will end up taking a majority of the weight and the pressure from her walking, which will cause irritation up in her foot, and sometimes can even cause that nail to split. So we want to be sure we get them all nice and even. And the last thing, once we have the right length, we actually go back and we shape the nails. And we want them all to be nice and rounded, nice and smooth. So we use the smoother side and just go over all the edges, rounding them out And we'll do the face of the nail a little bit to get that nice and smooth. And when we have the right length and the right shape, you're ready to move on to the next nail, and so on and so forth. Now that was a very shortened version of taking care of your elephant's feet. It typically takes us an hour, hour and a half or so to finish all 4 feet. But once they're done, they're good to go for another month.
And up next,
All right, kitty,
our
back.
girls are going to turn around, prop up their hind feet, and you all will have the opportunity to feel their feet. Now when you come up here, make sure you give a good push on that foot pad and really feel the difference between the toenails and the foot pad. I have Miss Becky to my right, Kitty to my left. Whenever they're ready, you're good to come on up.
Y'all ready to feel some feet? Come right up. Go for it, y'all. Give it that real good push. Feel that cushion in there. Isn't that crazy? A little different than you'd expect it to be. Pretty cool, huh? There you go. Feel how it squishes in?
We'll get you, Gary.
That's pretty amazing.
Isn't it?
Part right now.
Very well designed. You feel it in there? You feel those toenails down there on the side too. Feel how hard those are.
Shine up.
Yep. Thanks, y'all.
So maybe if we give her a little confidence boost, right? If we let Rosie know she can do it really is on the envelope. It's fun.
Oh my gosh!
Even with the big lunch. Well, you know what? Hey, Emily. I mean, that did look really cool. How was it?
Would you believe me if I said it was uplifting?
I was gonna give it to you, girl. I was gonna give it to you. 100% you deserve that round of applause. But I feel like at this point maybe we should move on. 2 birthdays back there. Birthday here, birthday here, birthday, birthday. Okay. Did I get everybody? Okay. She's ready for this. Okay. I just have a question. Have any of my birthday friends ever had 2 elephants play happy birthday for you
No way.
on the harmonica?
No
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gino and Vinny. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to all of our birthday friends. Oh, and many more from Miss Rosie. She loves a good birthday. Looks like Kitty's getting warmed up back there. You know what that means? It's time to play the sports. Kitty's taught me warming up. Very important before you play the sports. She's also taught me I should have nothing to do with the sports. So I'm just gonna hang out over here while this is going on. Oh, she's ready. And oh, hey, that's impressive. Now, I told you, no sports for Katie. No sports. Okay, so I do want you all to look at something. Look at where Kitty's eyes are and look at where her feet are. Eyes and feet. Watch her. Okay. Eyes and feet. Yeah, we're looking to, I'm calling that human error. Okay. I'd be doing the same thing. So, okay. So if you look, excellent recovery, at Kitty's eyes and her feet. Y'all notice? Kitty can't see her feet. Elephants have a blind spot beneath their chin. Watch one more time. Nice. That was tricky. Very impressive. That was amazing. Okay. So, Kitty cannot see her feet, which means she's not using her eyes. What sense is she using? Okay. She was just making that noise again. Okay, thank you, kitten. That's very nice, but that's not quite what I was looking for. Ooh, look at this. He's taking it seriously. He is warming up. Okay. He's trying. He has absolutely no idea what's going on, but it's going to be fine. Okay, are you ready? Okay, on your marks. She's really looking forward to this. On your marks. Get set. Hula. Okay, let's try it again. And hula. Oh, okay. You know, hey. Ladies, I have to say, on this side of the pavilion, there was significant improvement from the first round. Very impressive. You're very consistent between the first and the second round. Okay, so we're gonna go one more time because you're like exponential growth is happening over here. So we're just gonna, you know what? I'm not even gonna look for you to do better. I'm just gonna look for you to maintain where you're at. If you get better, ooh, look at him. He's getting ambitious over here. I feel like we just need to focus on the basics. Maybe, I feel like maybe a little bit more power behind the initial release may help. And then, following through. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you ready? Ready. On your marks. Get set. That was amazing. I know so at this point. You started out a little disappointed, but you know what? I think you've definitely redeemed yourself.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna go back to consistent. Okay, we'll just stick with that. I would just say don't quit your day job. So at this point, though, we should see what the ladies have picked up. Maybe it's what to do, what not to do. We'll see what happens. So go ahead and take that hoop, and you're just going to toss it flat on the ground underneath your elephant trunk. Just toss it on the ground up there. Perfect. Now go ahead and take your seats, gentlemen, because these girls get a little excited. But I'm going to get out of the way, too. Here we go. Okay. And woo, we are on the move.
Are you serious?
Wow. Okay. Now, what's going on here? Okay, now we're just showing off. Okay, it's the 1 foot. It's the 1 foot. Right? Okay, very impressive. As one of our volunteers can attest, and I'm sure many of us can, hula hooping is hard. Right? It's very hard, and we know what it is. Elephants have no idea what hula hooping is, and yet they've still managed to figure it out. This is such a mark of their intelligence. Incredible job, ladies. This is seriously one of my favorite things. Amazing.
Pretty confident, actually.
You started out like you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I thought, and then I dropped. I was like, wait a minute.
On the menu today, it looks like we have carrots, celery, sweet potatoes, apples, and corn. Some delicious variety going on. Rosie's starting off strong with the celery. Oh, Kitty with the flavor combo. Look at that corn, carrot together. Love that. Now, my favorite part about treat time here is you can very clearly see how each of the girls has her own unique preferences. Using those trunks to smell and feel, looking for that exact flavor profile that they're in the mood for. Kitty was starting with the flavor combos. Rosie is keeping similar flavors together, got a trunk full of carrots there. And Becky is organizing her snacks. We took that corn, we set it aside very deliberately, but notice she's checking on it. She's making sure it's not going anywhere. Got that trunk right there on it, not quite ready to eat it, but she doesn't want it to go anywhere else. Rosie over there, wow, okay, she has just about cleared her plate. Onto an apple there, got 1 carrot left and her sweet potato. Kitty over there, look, she's just tossing those carrots right into her mouth. Look at that. Wow, that is quite skillful there. Got those carrots going there. Does have a piece of celery. Not to worry, though. She'll make sure she comes back for that. There we go. Oh, Becky moved on to the corn. We ate our other snacks. Now she is ready to move on to that corn. She had a plan all along, and the plan is to eat the corn husk first. We've got the corn on the plate, eating the corn husk in one bite there. Really deliberate with that trunk, using that finger, separating. Kitty, helping us out with the dishes over there. Thank you, Kitty. That was very polite. Even discovered some teeny tiny pieces of carrots left under her plate. Okay. Rosie looks like she has also finished just in time. Yes, Kitty is really on top of things over there. Kitty has determined that Rosie is finished. Now notice Rosie did drop a teeny tiny little piece of celery in the dirt, but she's very quick to pick that up, make sure she didn't leave that behind, and now it looks like she is moving on to any of her neighbors' leftovers. Okay, Becky has donated a carrot to keep her busy while she gets the corn out of the way. Okay, Rosie's just gonna help herself. Y'all, if I'm being honest, Rosie has built quite the reputation for assisting with the cleanup process. Yeah. As I said, she does a great job of making sure nothing gets left behind, even if that is from your neighbor's plate. Now, not to worry, Becky did get to grab those snacks that she wanted there, and Rosie is going to make sure that, yes, once again, nothing is left behind. Finishing off the carrots, and remember earlier we saw Becky eat the corn husk, very deliberate, one of the favorites. She made sure that she got the part that she likes. And Rosie's gonna help her out with the rest there. Yeah, just make yourself right at home, Rosie. There we go, one more piece of corn husk there. Yep, she's gonna come in for those favorites. There we go. Oh, and that is a crunchy piece of corn, Rosie. There goes. Yes, I think we're a little too late for that, Becky. Can't get it straight from the mouth there. There we go. Rosie finishing off with that. And with that, it looks like Miss Becky has a clear plate as well. Now, of course, once you finish your snacks, can't forget the dishes, right? Isn't that neat? Elephants that clean up after themselves. Very nicely done, ladies. And we'll look at that one final message for you. Waving goodbye. And isn't that neat to see those personalities shine through? How each of their waves is just a little bit different. Now, you all know these ladies very well. But I hope you're also going home with a greater appreciation for elephants as a species. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We really enjoyed having all of you. If anybody did have any further questions, please feel free to come on up, let one of us know. And if not, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you all so much.
I'm gonna need yours. That's why I almost didn't pull in here, because I was like, I don't know.
I don't know if we're gonna get right.
But Gino can see.
Maybe nudge out, Vinny. Like,
that's what, yeah, because that's what the other car.
You gotta just.
I got my backup camera, but.
Yeah, keep going, keep going. You can't see. You're clear, go.
Go.
Sorry.
Fun day.
Yeah, nice job, Vinny.
I like that.
Look at
I
that.
like the elephants.
Look at the planning on that guy.
Look at that. Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
This is the last thing I was expecting to do today, too.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Perfect. Then I succeeded.
That was pretty cool.
What was everyone expecting?
I thought we were doing a hike.
I thought we'd do zip line or something like that, and I'm going, God, I can't do that.
You can do a zip line.
I thought it was going to be a hike, and I thought, I don't know. Should I? I didn't bring my poles.
Once we got out there and I could tell we were kind of in like hill country, I thought like you were taking us to a ranch of some sort. I thought maybe we were gonna like ride horses or like you know, hang out with animals on a ranch. But then that's when I kept being like, is it okay that I wear shorts? And you were like, yeah, it's fine. And I was like, are you sure? Because I thought we were going to maybe do like horseback riding.
It's fine to wear shorts, horseback riding.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Might get some abrasions.
Just kind of.
I feel like it would be really just going crazy here. There.
You could probably ride an elephant in shorts. Oh man, I thought he picked me to get picked up by the elephant. And I was like, come on, baby. He's like, no, you got a hula hoop in front of everyone. I was like, God, come on.
That was what was great about that.
I mean, I agree. It was funny. I thought my hula hooping skills were better.
Yeah, you sucked.
I'm not saying I'm any better.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That was pretty bad.
It's been a long time since I've hula hooped.